I just got done listening to this video. My algorithm recommended it. It's a small channel. I'm going to put the link in the description so you guys can see his channel or the video, whatever. But I'll probably do both. But put the video. I don't ever really do this because it just feels like pointless. Not a lot of people watch my content anyway. Um, the whole point of his video is like whatever job he does, he's miserable. It doesn't matter. And that's how I've always felt. I've always felt like whatever job I've done, when I'm doing it, I am completely miserable. And he goes on to talk about like not knowing his purpose. I highly relate. It's like, what's my purpose? Like, what purpose do I have at this point in my life? Is like, what purpose do I have? Um, like, I've listened to a lot of financial channels, like get out of debt, do this, and like, dude, that's easier said than done. It's when, and then the funny thing is, this guy sounds like he's like from the UK, and he's saying like inflation's huge there, and it's like that's what it is. It's like what I've said in past videos. I remember walking to the gym talking about this, is there's no carrot at the end of the stick. It feels like you're working and you're not doing anything. You're just like paying your bills. There's no progression at all in this society. And it's funny to see. It's not funny, but it's like it's eye-opening to see that other countries are going through this similar thing. And what I think it is, it's like it's basically the feudalist, globalist people that have, they've penetrated our governments. They have this ideology that they believe in, and they've been pushing it onto us with like the woke and DI type of stuff to try to normalize it and separate us. What I think that like a lot of people aren't dating, I'm included. I used to date a lot before COVID, and I was a degenerate, and it wasn't good what I was doing, like the one night stands and stuff like that. But there's like a huge disconnect. There's no community feeling. Like there's no community. People are searching for like community or acceptance or some type of tribe to belong to. Like this is human nature, to want to belong to something, to want to belong to a group, or at least be like validated in some type of way. People, I've seen videos of people saying like you should only validate yourself. Well, yeah, I mean, if I only cared about validation from myself, I wouldn't have any use for anybody else to be around me. Like, we want validation from other people. We want some type of, you don't need our asses kissed or nothing like that, but it's like, yeah, I exist. I'm not a ghost. I'm here. Like, I like to be acknowledged. Like, I exist. And that's how I felt for a long time. It's like, I feel like a ghost. I feel like, I don't belong. What I feel is I don't belong. I don't belong in any type of situation. Especially nowadays, I don't feel comfortable anywhere. When I was at the gym yesterday, and I've since I lost my job, I've gained a lot of weight because I haven't really went to the gym. I've been depressed, man. I've been really depressed. I look at the future and I'm like, I've made some good moves in the past, but it just feels like I've been rug pulled. And there's, I tried to like get a couple other jobs here and there, but nothing pans out. And I'm to the point where I just like, I guess I'll just like move out of here. Like I don't feel like there's anything here for me. I just feel like for instance, I can get a job, but I'm not gonna drive an hour to make less than I was making at my other. Like, I'd rather just like get out of here and just yeah, if I have to go stay with my mom for a month or two or whatever till I find a good stable job and get my own place, I can do that. But I need, there's not a lot of opportunities. Like, we're going through a recession, so that definitely does, definitely have fear in that type of thing. You know, when I sold my Bitcoin, um, I did it at the exact right time for me. Like, if I was somebody that had Bitcoin and you have a stable, secure job, like the job I had, which they are working a lot. You know, it was a food distribution center where I was working at. Perfect job for if you have a recession. It's a recession-proof job. I felt like life pushed me out of that job. Now I'm in this situation for a reason. Um, if I had a nice, stable, secure job, I wouldn't have sold my Bitcoin. I would just hold it. I wouldn't care if it would drop down to 30,000. And I don't think it's going to go to zero, but I think that it will drop down to, like, it's going to take a big hit. You know, it's already taken a big hit. After I sold my Bitcoin, it took, I think it went from, it lost like $10,000 in a couple of days. I seen it was like 83,000 the other day, and I sold it at about 92,000, and I didn't want to. I wanted to hold on to. I thought, you know, for me, everything I feel like I try is just it doesn't matter. Like, for instance, today, I was just like responding to somebody's comment on my little tiny, minuscule shadow account that is verified because I verified it for like a year. Um, all those plans I tried to do, making a record label, all that fell through. Everything just falls through all the time. Um, so I decided to transfer into like to my shadow account because my big account on X that has like 13,000, it's not doing nothing. It hasn't been doing anything, and I feel like I've been getting as much engagement on there as I did the little account, my little account. So like, what happens? I just basically responded to somebody, and then they thought I was spamming, which I haven't really been using X that much, and now I got a temporary uh reach, something with the reach. They mess with the reach, so I don't have much of a reach right now, which I didn't feel like I really had one anyway. But it's like, I guess you don't want me to use your fucking platform, man. This is what I feel like. Same thing with YouTube. This is why I was like, one of the big reasons why I stopped making videos, because like, I'm not progressing. I don't have to like keep progressing, but it's just like, obviously you make videos. Anyone who makes videos on here, they want to get traction. They don't make videos. If I was just making videos for myself, I would just make them all private. You know? So like, the whole point of making content is so it does get put out there, so so people can see it. Maybe somebody relates. Maybe it helps people out in some type of way. Maybe somebody's going through some type of experience that I'm going through, and they feel like they're about to like exit this reality, and they decide like, oh, there's somebody else that is going through so I can relate. And I think that's what happened with a lot of this like red pill community is, like the manosphere is like, a lot of those guys relate to each other because they've been through a lot of the same stuff, and that's what keeps them going, because they really don't have anything else but people talking about what they are going through. But it comes to a point where it's just like, all right, like, that helps for a little while, but now what? Like, it just becomes regurgitates the same stuff over and over and over again. I think the manosphere is probably taking a big hit with their views. I'm almost kind of like I don't even follow like any of them anymore. Like when Rollo blocked me on X. Dude's supposed to be for free speech. I might have said something against him, or I don't remember saying anything like really disrespectful, but it's like, dude, if you're gonna block me because of I disagree with you, like I don't really respect you that much. Same thing with the Tates. They both blocked me, but it's like uh, there's these like content creators that came out of the White House yesterday with these binders, feeling like they're in the group now. You know, I kind of was like a little envious, like watching, you know, the parties when Trump won, like all these people, these influencers, like, you know, partying up, like they're and realizing that I'm not a part of your group. I'm never going to be accepted by you people. You people only like I'm on my own. I've always been on my own. And that's how a lot of people feel, and I feel like I don't have any direction. Right now I feel like I have no direction. You know, yeah, go to the gym, like I don't it's like, for what though? For what? I'm just tired. I'm tired of I'm exhausted. It's a mental thing. It's like I'm exhausted of like staying on the treadmill. I'm to the point where I just like I don't mind working. I don't, but I'm tired of having all this like stuff that I'm attached to with like debts and stuff. Like, can't get ahead. You can't get ahead. Even if I feel like even if I did it, if I had zero debt, I feel like I still wouldn't be able to get ahead. That's how I feel. And like I think there's a lot of people that are like the content that people like is just like I was listening to Big Ward today. It's just they like trash. They like superficial stuff. So they don't like this. They don't like people just saying like real topics, having real discussions. So this type of content, which is starting to resonate with some people, like so some people on my level who are starting to get bigger, like Raymond. I like Raymond. He's I forgot the channel name, but like he's got like 12,000 subscribers now, and his channel's grown pretty quickly, getting recognized by bigger content creators. And it's for me, it's like I've been in this game trying like all these different types of things, whether it's writing books, creating music, making content, making videos on social media, and nothing is working. Nothing. I feel like I'm on some type of list with AI or something like that. That like whatever I create is just going like, and I've tried to like do different things where I do as much as I can. Where I I feel like I have to start completely over without having anything like, and I've tried that. But the only thing I have is my phone number or whatever. But like, you know, making different emails and making different trying to separate what I'm being shadow. I feel like I'm being shadow banned. Even my kid today was like, "Dude, that's crazy that you're not famous." I'm like, nothing of my stuff goes viral. Nothing. So it's just like in my own personal life, whether it's in reality, I'm stuck. I feel stuck. Or in the digital reality, I feel stuck. Like, you know what I want to do? You know what I want to do right now? Like, I will probably, this next month, I'll be figuring out what I want to do. I pretty much just given up, like, looking for jobs where I'm at. And, you know, this month coming up in March is going to tell me, like, I need to make a decision because I don't want to stay in the apartment I'm at. So I guess I'm going to have to move. I just feel like I'm in shackles. I feel like I'm awake. I feel like I'm like that. Like that. What is it? The puppets on the wall. Like people are in the cave looking at the puppets, and this is like an old thing. I forgot who thought of it. But you know, like society's basically looking at the puppets on the wall in the cave, and they're slaves. And somebody like me comes, hey, look out here, look at nature. This is beautiful out here. And then like they come out and they see that, and they're like, no, they go right back to the puppets. That's what I feel like. But it feels like there's like an invisible force field that I can't go out into freedom. That I'm kind of stuck in the same type of deal where if I like go out there, like, I don't. I'm so tired of feeling less confident in myself, and it's like, why do I feel no confidence? I feel like there's like some type of thing that's just holding. It could just be me, but I feel like there's like some superficial, no, spiritual thing that is just like there's a blockage that I can't get past. That I've like. This is why I feel like I probably shouldn't have even made it this far in my life. I should have already passed away a long time ago. That I've already like hit the ceiling of what I can, of my potential. I feel like I probably should have OD'd on drugs a long time ago. That's what I feel like. But what I'm thinking, like I, what I want to do right now, I want to smoke weed. That's what I want to do, and I haven't. I'm drug free. I haven't smoked weed because I want to try to get a job. I want to, but there's nothing out there, so it's like I can't get unemployment. So I'm sitting here, I'm be able to pay my bills. It's like I had to sell I had to sell my Bitcoin. It's like, I kind of accept the fact that I'm never going to be a prominent figure. I'm not going to be high status, and at least in my lifetime, what brings? Yeah, there's a little envy to see that other people are doing well when I'm doing the exact same thing, and I get nowhere. And it feels like that's in both spectrums, whether it's my real life or digital reality, and I'm just like, what's the point? I mean, I'm not going to hurt myself or anything like that. But it just seems like everything just seems fucking pointless. So I liked smoking weed. I really did. I really liked smoking weed. It calms me down. It relaxes me. It relaxes my brain. I guess like some people can't function on it, but I could. I worked like basically all year smoking weed. Not at work or anything like that, but like I smoked a lot. Like I smoked a lot of weed, but I managed my life. And I'm to the point too, like being old like I am, 44 or whatever. My body is like hurting from all the wear and tear that's been on it from like these menial jobs. So like I can't lift heavy weights like I used to because there's a lot of, even just going to the gym and like doing regular exercise hurts my shoulders. Like doing bench press and stuff like that hurts my shoulders. I can't run. I mean, I can. I ran 4 miles the other day, and it's like it totally destroyed me. Like it hurt me bad for like a few days. My ligaments have so much problems, and I feel so limited in every aspect of life. And it's just like, okay, if none of this is going to, then like, give me a purpose. Like, I don't know my purpose. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just be happy doing these jobs I don't want to do, which I know I'm going to have to do. I know I'm going to have to go back to working these regular jobs that, don't pay me nothing. What I would do, my kid asked me yesterday, what would you do if you had a bunch of money? You didn't have to worry about anything. I would create. That's what I would do. I would create. I don't want to create infrastructure. No, I don't find enjoyment in creating infrastructure in the digital reality. I like to use my creativity to create different worlds, different aspects. Um, like, and that's another thing is like I haven't seen any innovation in video games, so like my creativity is kind of. I just feel like at this point I'm just been doing the same thing. Like I wanted to, since I had WWE on last gen's Xbox One or whatever, and then I got the upgrade for the Xbox S or whatever. Well, that game is gone in 2002 or 2003. The WWE games. I like to do that. I like to create characters. I like to create situations. But and it's like I thought about buying the new version since I don't have it and I could just create again. But it's like it's not any different. I'm just like doing what I've already done. It's like playing these sports games like I do right now. It's like I'm just doing what I've already done before. There's nothing new, and that's how it feels like whenever I go to work. It's like I don't want to be around people. My attitude is horrible right now. I don't want it to be like there's hardly any joy. I think there's a lot of people that probably, especially men, that go through what I'm going through right now, whether they want to talk about it or not, but it's because they don't have a woman giving them the motivation to want to try harder. It's very rare for guys just to want to like, whether these red pill content creators want to admit it or not, but like they sit here and talk about only wanting to do things for themselves. Well, like, if that was the case, then like wouldn't you just like live in the forest by yourself? If everything was just about you. No, what gives you motivation is the access to women. And then it's like every single video they basically talk about is women. It's like women give us joy. Women give us motivation to want to do anything. And it's just like, but like the women out here, what you have to see is like watch some movies back in the 80s or 90s and look at the women. Look how they act. Look at their demeanor. They're not obese. They're not all tatted up. They're not masculine at all. Like they're especially look at their personalities and look at how they speak. Look at how feminine they are. They're not masculine. And the women now are so hyper masculine. I'm not attracted to masculine. If I was, I would just be like a feminine guy that's attracted to men. I'd just be a gay dude, but I'm not. And some of me feels like I wish I was, so I won't have to live life as a straight guy that basically gets completely ignored by women at this point. Almost to the point where it's just like, just walking past a woman, it's like a chore. Going to the gym and then like going into an area where there's an attractive woman starting to work out, I almost feel like I shouldn't be there. Like I'm encroaching on her space, even though I'm just there to do my job, my workout. Not my job, but I'm just there to work out. I'm encroaching on her bubble, making her feel uncomfortable just by being there, by existing. I walk past most young women, and they look down. They don't even want to. They don't want to engage. They don't want nothing to do with me. And it's crazy because like the whole trope of like tall guys, and I did pretty good in the dating. I did pretty solid. Like I thought I was probably like a 6 in my heyday of dating, 6.5. And now it's just like completely ignored, completely cut off. They seem like they're just annoyed to walk past me. And I'm thinking to myself, like, Am I some type of gargoyle? I'm not even like looking at them. I'm not even looking in their direction. I'm just looking straight. But I can see with my peripheral that like they're looking down, and then like yesterday I just like looked up at the girl like real quick, and she kind of like had like an annoying look on her face. But she was looking away though. She wasn't even looking at me. She just looked annoyed that she had to walk past me. And I feel so uncomfortable. I feel so uncomfortable with women nowadays. And I never felt, and I felt uncomfortable before, but like it's because like as a guy, one of the worst things you could be portrayed as is a creep. Back in the day, it was like a woman that slept around a lot. That was the worst thing a woman could feel. But like nowadays, is the one of the worst things you can be. It's almost worse to be a creep in our society than somebody that hurts little kids. Like the Democrats just let out an axe murderer the other day. It's crazy, and it's like I'm not even doing. I'm just existing. I'm not sitting. I'm not even saying hi. I'm just walking past, looking straight ahead. I'm not like looking them up and down when I'm like looking at their body or anything like a creep. But it's just like they don't want to be bothered. They don't want nothing to do with us. It's not that hard. It's not, and if they want attention, it's not that hard. They don't even have to talk. It's just like come in my bubble, look at me, smile a little bit, look inviting for me to want to talk to. They all have their earphones on. They're looking at their phones. They're not approachable. They're not feminine. They're not feminine at all. And that's not attractive to me. And I think a lot of guys feel the same thing. No, even the most alpha guys, the most alpha masculine men are not attracted to these women other than just like a physical attraction. They're not going to want to have a relationship with a mentally dude like a. And why are women like this? Why are women like this? Because they're forced into their masculinity, whether it's a propaganda from the elites, or they had a weak father figure, so they're kind of forced into it. I think women are miserable. They don't look like, but I think that women are miserable. I think that everybody's miserable. And I don't think it's gonna get any better. I really don't. Like, I hope so. I hope that, I just don't think that. I think that, it's probably gonna be true. Half of women are just gonna end up being childless and single when they're in their 30s, 1930s, 2030. I think that's what's gonna happen. That's another thing is like social media just puts all this projection of like perfectness out here. Like I might have misspelled something on X, and then somebody like corrects my spelling. It's like, dude, did you not understand what I said? You don't have to correct my spelling like you're fucking I hate that crap. Don't correct my spelling. You know what I'm saying. I've read sentences like these weird sentences where like everything's misspelled on purpose so you can try to see if you can understand what it's saying. If people can't understand what I'm trying to say by reading the whole sentence, like because I misspelled one word, it's like I'm so tired of like being criticized for not being perfect. I'm so tired of everything having to be perfect all the time. And that's what social media is just like. It's on steroids. Everything has to be perfect. People are so fake. And I think that the content like this, and I've seen it, other content creators, their content's blowing up now because people relate. People want real stuff. They don't want edited stuff. That's why the podcasts have blown up, because people want to hear whole conversations. They don't want to just, put on the news and like somebody's getting interviewed and they only get a talk. They don't even get to their point and they cut them off with an ad or something like that, or like that's all the time we have because we have all these people scheduled. No, like people like to want real. That's what I think people are starving for, real content. And it's frustrating to me that mine isn't doing nothing, but other people's is. But it's like, I guess I have to accept that. And it sucks that it's like victim. You have a victim mentality. Okay, I guess I got a fucking victim mentality because I'm just saying what's happening, saying like complaining about my problem, complaining about what this and that. I'm saying what's happening. If me having a victim mentality is just me saying what's happening, then I guess I have a victim mentality. So what? So what? Am I not a man? What's a man? Like, oh, you're not a man. You gotta be a robot. You gotta have like no emotion. You gotta be like fucking Richard Cooper, who's like completely monotone whenever he talks. And he doesn't laugh. He doesn't smile. I guess you gotta be. He seems so fake. He seems so fake, and the fact that he acts so alpha, he's putting on this persona for this camera, just tells me he's so fake. Because if he was alpha, he would never date. I gotta hold on.